If you've ever wondered what it is really like to own and operate a retail store, a grocery store to be more specific, this is the only video you'll ever need to watch. I will expose the exact reality on what it's like to own and operate a grocery store. I've been doing this for 7 years, and this channel is all about that. I've built this small business from nothing, and I've really seen a lot of the harsh realities in this type of business. And mind you, I worked for another grocery store for 10 years, plus this is 7, so we're going on almost 20 years in this business, and I'd love to tell you the actual reality that you're getting into if you ever think you want to own a small business like this or something similar. Give this video a thumbs up, it really helps this small business grow. I'm going to summarize what it's like to be a small business owner in one sentence. One day you're going to love what you're doing and have no regrets at all. The next day you literally want to go home and never see your business again. If that can sum it up for most business owners, I'm happy with that definition. I mean, some take it to another extreme where they can never tell you the truth, that they're always happy and grateful, you know, everything's beautiful, nothing ever goes wrong, I'm, you know, swimming in money and I have more free time than I've ever had. Great. If that's you, perfect. But that doesn't always happen. It's very, very rare. And I do wish for you to have that experience, but it's still very, very rare. So I've been keeping these videos as raw and as real as possible lately. You can see many other videos on my channel that are edited and, you know, made more appealing. There's music, there's graphics. I want to try something different and really change the way I run this channel. I want to be able just to talk to you like, you know, we're talking face to face and talking business like another business owner. You know, those other videos are edited. I plan them a lot more. I script them sometimes, not always. And I don't think I get to say exactly what's on my mind because I'm planning each and every clip. These videos, I like to just talk off the cuff and just kind of be myself. And for something like the harsh reality of owning a grocery store, I don't think I could do this any other way. And to give you an example on a stepping stone from this business, this channel became an avenue where I can help small business owners grow their business through online marketing or simply provide some consulting. I've helped, I'm not gonna, you know, pretend I've helped hundreds of people, it's simply not true, but I've helped almost 10 people, you know, grow and start their businesses as well as market their businesses. If you'd like to email me directly, you can follow the email or the link in the description, and I can see if, you know, I can help your marketing efforts or simply help your small business. Now, I'm not saying, you know, I can help you for sure, but we can have a chat and see if it's a right fit. I'm really excited to start this venture and see if it can be something. So if you'd like to, you can always reach out on the email down below. And I want to preface this video by letting you guys know I'm not trying to discourage anybody from opening a business. I'm not trying to dissuade, if that's even a word, dissuade from following a dream like this. I've done it, I don't regret it at all. I just want to tell you exactly what you're getting into. This is a very rewarding career. It's a stepping stone into many other businesses. You don't need, you know, crazy skills or talents or know how to cook really to run a business like this, but it does help. And honestly, it's just a matter of, you know, taking away the glamour that people see when they go into businesses and see the owners and they're, you know, busy and it seems like they're making money all the time, and just giving you the reality that no one provides when you start a small business. Because if I had something like this, you know, a channel like this to kind of tell me, you know, this is how it's going to be, I would be more prepared. If you're dealing with this amount of food that is sitting in your store, it will be a 24/7 hour business. There's no getting away. Even today on our day off, like I close every Monday. It's very slow in my area on Mondays for retail, and I'm still here stocking the shelves, going through anything that looks ugly, repurposing things, and it's still a couple hours. Mind you, this is after a 6-day work week where it's almost 10 hours a day, and then you come in for 3 hours a day to do inventory. In the mornings, you know, you're running into wholesale clubs and picking up things that are low, and it goes on and on from there. Now, I'm not trying to complain at all. I'm telling you, this is a 24/7 hour business with perishable foods and dealing with customers with low ticket items who always want you open. Then you'll realize that there's really no closing the store down, and especially at this level where it's such a small operation. Yes, you can put someone on till, you know, they can cover you here and there, but honestly, if you really truly want to run a business with this many moving parts, you are not getting away for more than a couple days. And I'm telling you, in 7 years I have missed many events, many weddings, many things on the weekends, many vacations, and I've taken days off here and there for sure. I've taken 3 days off total in a row, but that is the max. And honestly, when I come back after 3 days of being off, there's a lot of extra work to do. So be aware that this is not a business that you can come in, hire a bunch of employees, and then disappear. You need to be on this. You need to be on top of everything. All the things in this store have expiry dates. There's things that last legitimately 1 to 2 days, like fresh bread, or, you know, certain very fragile produce items. So be aware that this is a business you're always going to be on. And the best reality in this business, or any small food business, if I, let's say, run out of apple butter, because it's right here, it's legitimately right here. If I run out of apple butter, nobody wanted this for a month, I barely got rid of it. I swear to you, in 10 minutes, someone will walk through that door and come in and say, do you have apple butter? And I'll have to say, no, we just sold out actually. And they won't say, oh, it's okay. Some people are good. They'll start, you know, either huffing and puffing, or I'll never see them again. The reality is, no one cares why you don't have something. They just want it. They don't care about your business or your stock or the problems with the distributors, or if someone just sold out, or if you stopped carrying it. They just want that item. It's a means to an end. And honestly, if you start running out of things too often, people will not come back. They will not care. It's the silent killer in this business. They'll walk around, take a look, you know, there's not a lot of things they're interested in, and they'll slowly leave and never come back. And that's what kills this business. They won't tell you anything. They won't say, oh, I was looking for this, this, and this, but you don't have it. They'll just walk out and you never see them again. So that is why this business is so difficult to maintenance. You have to be on top of every item. I am literally shopping every single day with distributors to make sure that the main top 100 sellers, the top 100 movers, are never out of stock. I don't think I've been out of bananas once since we started this store 7 years. I don't think I've been out of eggs once. I don't think I've been out of the staples more than a handful of times. Like the top 100 movers, if you're out of those items and people come in more than once, they are not coming back. There's no loyalty in this business. People just want what they want for dinner. They're trying to get through their day just like you, and you better have the majority of what they want. Let's put it that way. Here's harsh reality number 2. I, after 7 years, am making $60,000 to $65,000 a year from this business. Now, the business is such a capital intensive business. There's always more and more and more to maintenance and purchase and rent, hydro, that this is a level I'm comfortable taking out of the business and reinvesting anything else back into the business to keep it growing. Mind you, for the first 1 to 2 years, I made nothing from this business. We broke even, we paid our bills, but I was working probably even more hours for less money, like pretty much zero actually. Let's just call it what it is. I didn't take a dime out of this business for about 2 years. And that's the other reality. When you start a business, people think that you're swimming in money, and they couldn't be further from the truth, because they look around, you know, they see the space that you set up, they see all your inventory, but really they don't understand that things need to be paid, things need to be taken care of, and you're the last person to ever get paid. Your employees will be getting paid more than you, hopefully not too long, but at least for a couple of years, I guarantee. Aside from the money, let me just get into some better lighting here. Aside from the money that, you know, takes a while to build because there's so many expenses, I want to be a little bit more positive here. You will meet people that will take you to the next level in your life. So I know that sounds weird, but Felicia, until every day for 7 years, has made so many connections for real estate that would have never happened if we didn't have this store. Her real estate career went from 0 to 100 in 6 months because we knew so many people that trusted us with their business here, that they trusted her with their house transactions. So literally people spending $6 to $7 here would talk to Felicia every single week, and they built that connection where they're like, you're a real estate agent, I trust you, you treated me good through this business, now I want you to sell my home, or I have a friend I'm going to refer you to, or my son's buying a house, or my father's selling his house and downsizing into a new house. Those things have all happened. On top of that, you start meeting other business owners where they can connect you to other businesses, and that's what happened as well. If you're not familiar, we started our own coffee brand through this business because we knew another business owner who was roasting beans. And you know, the list goes on and on and on. You will meet people in your business that you never would have met otherwise working, you know, somewhere with the same staff or the same bosses. So just be aware that your network will grow tenfold when you are in this type of business. So to the basics, everything you see in your store or the store that you're in is stocked by you or one of your inventory or one of your employees, and it's a lot of inventory. This is a lot of inventory to manage and stock. And yes, you're going to be lifting things every day, and I personally, you know, I like, you know, working with, I don't want to say I like working with my muscles, it's kind of weird, but I like working with my body and being active and walking around all day and talking to people. Felicia's good at the small talk at the front, that's how she builds a lot of connections. But every little thing you see is stocked by, you know, someone in the store. And it's funny to think about when you see these huge gigantic stores, you just think it's all there. Someone is stocking all that stuff, and that's probably, you know, the main reality of this business. You're literally moving stuff from place to place and trying to sell it for a profit. At 30% gross margins on low ticket items, you got to move a lot of volume to make any money. If this store does $1,500 to $2,000 a day, that is where everybody's happy. That's kind of the gravy number. Once it dips under $1,500, then you just start breaking even because you got rent, you got hydro, you got the waste. There's always waste in this business. You're always throwing things out, unfortunately, that you cannot repurpose. You know, there's things that are expiring. There's internet, there's phone, there's the point of sale system, there's, you know, maintenance done on the equipment all the time. There's something breaking down. And please, again, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy this business. Yes, it's like a farm and the work never ends, and there's stressful moments, and being an owner, the buck always stops with you. If something breaks down, you know, there's no one to call. You figured it out. If your business is suffering, it's on you. If people are unhappy with, you know, the quality of your food, it's on you. There's no one to pass the buck to. Everything ends with the owner. So if you're ready for that level of stress, if you're ready for that level of responsibility, and you're probably ready to never really truly have a normal weekend off again, this is a decently rewarding business. At the end of the day, you know, after everything is said and done, you don't have to pay for groceries anymore. No, but I'm being serious. After everything is said and done in this business, if I had to look at it from a bigger picture, if I had to really, you know, say, do you regret building this business out? I would say, no, I'm happy. I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I, you know, lasted 7 years. I'm grateful to, you know, beat the statistics, and, you know, my small business didn't close like many others during COVID, and we're actually able to make a living through this business. It led to many other businesses, and for us it opened many doors that we probably never would have explored if we didn't have this small business. This is a stepping stone for a lot of people into next ventures, next levels, and truthfully, this business brought us to the next level. So yes, the harsh reality is, you know, you're gonna be working 60, 70 hours a week for pennies, but understand it's not always about the short-term money. Look at the long-term picture on what you built and what it became and what other doors it opened. And truthfully, at the end of the day, you gotta really understand, if you enjoy this style of business, if you want to be a small business owner, it's going to be more enjoyable than working for someone else, no matter what. If you want to be your own boss, and this is the path you want to take, I'm the last person to ever say that you shouldn't try something like this. I'm making this video because there's not a lot of people, you know, in their 20s and early 30s that start small businesses like this. They simply do other things, or they work other jobs. I don't really know anybody in this type of business, you know, who's my age. So, you know, realize the harsh realities aside and the money aside, if this is something you truly want to do, and you've taken the appropriate, you know, risk out of it, where, you know, you've done your research and you found the right space and you have the right marketing team, I can help you with that if you'd like, link in description, then what would be stopping you? Besides, you know, the hard work never killed anybody, and it's not going to kill you in this business. At the end of the day, I'm going to be real with you. This is not a tough business. This is a very long business. It's not back-breaking work. It's not going to be something that you can't figure out because you're not smart enough. It simply is preparing yourself with the right inventory in the right location. Now, I'm simplifying this business, but understand that if you're going to complicate everything, you're never going to do it. And honestly, sometimes Felicia and I, when we deal with customers that are just so entitled and just downright mean, and they're literally spending $2 in our store, we say to ourselves, like, how is this worth it? You know, how is this worth it? You're dealing with someone who's almost screaming at you because they don't want to pay 5 cents for a plastic bag. Or, you know, they don't like the price of your bananas this week, which are 5 cents more than another store down the street. You realize you're so stressed out over low ticket items. But of course, you can pinpoint anything like that. You can pinpoint the small problems in anything. And if you're going to pinpoint small little problems, you know, instead of looking at, you know, the bigger picture and how, you know, things have progressed over the years. Yes, there's going to be asshole customers. There's going to be people you don't like in any business. So, you know, and then we'll compare it. We'll say, you know, you're dealing with a customer who is pissed off at you for 10 cents. But you know, last month this store brought you a real estate customer who made you $10,000. So there's give and take with everything. If you're going to complain about the little things like this, then you're not right for business. If you're going to get so personal and offended at small little things dealing with people, because this is a people business more than anything. If you're going to treat customers, you know, with respect, and you know, you're nice and you say hi, how are you to everybody that comes in, most people are okay. 99% of people are okay. But you gotta be tough-skinned when you're making 5 cents or 50 cents on a customer and they're giving you attitude over it, and you just want to tell them to, you know, F off and get out of here. These are the differences between the stores that people return to and the stores that, you know, no one really goes to anymore. To be real with you, in a small place like this, there's going to be a lot of downtime. You have customers coming in and out, but there's dead times where there's not one customer in the store for 20 minutes. So, you know, when your store is stocked and you have a responsible cashier at the front, then you have a lot of downtime to, you know, either you're going to be cleaning or, you know, looking at inventory. But the reality is you end up falling into the, you know, scrolling and going through reels and emails and things like that. There's a lot of time during the day, you know, that I end up wasting time, and I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to, you know, completely eliminate doom scrolling during the day. But that's another reality of this type of business. When everything is stocked, there's no deliveries, and you're kind of just, you know, going through the day, you're gonna have a lot of downtime, and that's the time I use, hopefully more productively, to build that business that I mentioned, brickandmarketmedia.com. And I built that business through this back room. Like, I'm pretty happy with running this business. It's going on its own while I'm doing something for this business, or I'm on a call with someone who's, you know, starting a new grocery store. So that is the benefit of having no boss. I can do really whatever I want to do. You know, it's all on me at the end of the day if things get done. But, you know, no one's watching me, hey, go do this, go do that, or we need this done, we need that done, where's this, where's that. So that's a benefit. I do have the freedom to work on anything I want at any time of the day. Well, we're back. You made it to this part of the video. You're probably one of the few who watched everything, and I thank you for that. But yeah, that's the reality of owning a grocery store. There's always something to do, and it's usually pretty fun. Let's just leave it at that. Have a good one. Thanks for watching this video, guys.